River Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Pirates have taken the field for the final game of this series. Terry Francona's starting lineup for the Phillies this afternoon. Doug Glanville in center field leads off. Greg Jeffries left field bats second. Scott Rowland at third base hitting third. Rico Bronya first base bats fourth. Mark Lewis at second base hitting fifth. Bobby Abreu right fielder bats sixth. Mark Parra will catch today and hit seventh. Desi Relaford at shortstop bats eighth. Carlton Loewer pitching hitting ninth. Defensively for the Bucks, Aramis Ramirez at third, Kevin Pokovich at shortstop, Tony Womack at second, Kevin Young at first, catching Jason Kendall, Al Martin, Jose Guillen, and Mark Smith from left to right in the outfield, and on the mound is Esteban Loaiza.
Loaiza's making his 14th start, his 21st appearance of this season. He's 6-4 with a 4.38 earned run average. He's been throwing the ball very well. He's 2-1 in his last 3 games with a 3.1 run average. You see the numbers on him, 86 innings. Hitters are hitting 280 off of him.
And he quickly jumps in front of Doug Glanville. No balls and 2 strikes. Glanville batting at .312. Tied for 6th in the league in runs scored. He's 3rd in the league in hits. Loaiza's pitched well in his career against the Phillies. He is 2-0 lifetime against the Phils with a career ERA of 1.72.
We threw in relief against him last time the Phillies saw him at Veterans Stadium. Threw 5 innings, threw the ball very well.
Line drive in the gap. Smith will never get that one. Glanville bounces over the fence for a ground rule double for Doug Glanville. Pirates got a break that had bounced over the fence, or he probably would have 3.
He's trying to get this fastball away, and he gets it up where Glanville loves it, right down the middle of the plate. Actually looked like they're playing him a little bit shallow out there in right field. Mark Smith in a little bit, had a long ways to go for it, and you're probably right, Harry. He probably would have got to third on that.
We'll bring on Greg Jeffries. He'll try to pull the ball. Now he tried to bunt the runner over, but punted it foul. 1 strike to Jeffries, who's hitting at .311. One strike to Jeffries. Glanville the runner at second base. Nobody out here in the first. Umpires today, Jerry Crawford, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes. Mark Hirschbeck at first base. Eric Gregg at second. Larry Vanover at third. Good umpiring crew. Two balls and a strike to Greg Jeffries. Keeping the ball away from Jeffries, trying to prevent him from pulling, and he got a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 to Jeffries.
Hey, see how the clubs match up. The runs, Phillies almost a run more a game, and that's one of the things the Pirates, they have lost a lot of 1-run games.
Up the middle, that'll move the runner. Pokovich throws out Jeffries, but Glanville moves up to third base, where with 1 out it'll bring up Scott Rowland.
That dirt right in front of home plate is hard. Jeffries bounces the ball right over Loaiza's head, just enough to keep him from getting the ball, which would have kept Glanville at second base. He does a good job getting him to third with only 1 out.
Brings up Scott Rowland. Rowland hitting at .302. Pirates will keep the infield back as Rowland fouls it off. Lois Traits of Perkiomenville, Pennsylvania. Gene White of Schwenksville, Pennsylvania. Russell Macchione of Warminster, Pennsylvania, and Lois Nappy of Denville, New Jersey. All Phillies fans all celebrating birthdays today. A balls and 2 strikes to Scott Rowland. Phil's leading the league in hitting coming into play today at 278, a point ahead of Houston and Colorado. They'll get the run home. Roland's going to be thrown out at first base, but with the infield back, Roland delivers the RBI, and the Phillies lead it 1-0. Getting a classic run there. Jeffries moves the runner. Roland gets him home. 62nd RBI of the year for Scott Roland.
That's how it's supposed to be done. Did it picture perfect there.
Rico Brogna batting at 274. Splinters his bat on the foul down the first base side. The great Michael Devine celebrating a birthday today. Wishes from wife Lorraine, son Chris, daughter Lauren, and from us. Celebrating with that Don Cannon. Gene Lamont, the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, has seen his team lose a lot of tough games. They lead the majors in one-run losses 22. They're 11 and 22 in one-run games. Both the games in this series have been one-runners. No balls and 2 strikes to Rico Brogna.
And the Phillies, in the 5 games they faced them, 4 of them are one-run games, and the other one was a 2-run game.
But after a high pitch, and he struck him out. But the Phils got a first-inning run. 1 hit, no errors, none left after 1/2. Phils 1, Pittsburgh coming to bat. Lamont starting lineup for Pittsburgh as they bat in the bottom half. Tony Womack, second baseman, leads off. Jason Kendall, the catcher, will bat second. Jose Guillen, the center fielder, hitting third. Kevin Young, first base, bats fourth. Mark Smith in right field today will hit fifth. Al Martin, left fielder, bats sixth. Aramis Ramirez, the third baseman, batting seventh. Kevin Polkovich at shortstop hits eighth, and Esteban Loaiza, the pitcher, batting ninth. Phillies defensively line up with Scott Rowland at third, Desi Relaford shortstop, Mark Lewis at second, Rico Brogna at first, Mark Parent catching today. Greg Jeffries in left, Doug Glanville in center, Bobby Abreu in right, and on the mound the rookie Carlton Loewer.
Loewer's 3-1 with the 6.68 earned run average. This is his 6th start. His last game he beat the Brewers 4-3 as he went 7 innings, gave up 3 earned runs on 7 hits, didn't walk anybody, had 4 strikeouts, and really had come off a few tough games, and then that really helped him. I think his last game threw the ball well.
Tony Womack leading it off, grounds a foul. Womack hitting at 252. One ball and 1 strike to Womack. Flares it in the left for a base hit. Well, Womack just reached out and hit it where he gets most of his hits, to the opposite field. And he might be off and running here. He's second in the league in steals with 32.
That's all he does. He just punches his fastball out there, and I mean, they shift him around that way and play him shallow, but that was just a little bloop in there that nobody had any chance for.
It'll bring up Jason Kendall, hitting out of the 2-hole today. Kendall is second in the league in batting, hitting at 338. Dante Bichette leads the league in hitting at 342. Kendall comes in with an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .452 in the last 8 ball games. One strike to Jason Kendall. Tony Womack at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Mark Parent's done a good job of throwing out base stealers, 41%. And this Pittsburgh team is a running team. 81 stolen bases, second in the league in steals behind Houston. There goes Womack swinging a foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jason Kendall. Womack will come back to first.
His stolen base leader is Eric Young from L.A. leading the league with 33. Womack right behind him. Tried to tie him right there. Mark Parent might have gotten that foul tip off the inside of the leg.
Mostly the littler guys, but that Cliff Floyd, who's 5th in the league, is a big man that runs well.
He's a guy that runs good. He's got a lot of power. He is a big guy.
Chop to third base, and Rowland gets the out at second. Gets the lead runner. Good play by Scott Rowland. Rowland to Lewis to get Womack off the bases. 1 down. Kendall at first on a fielder's choice.
Guy came in and did a good job coming in to get this ball and gives him a chance to get Womack. A lot of third basemen just play back and get that guy at first and not take that chance at second. But Scotty made that possible by charging it hard.
So Kendall at first base with 1 down for Jose Guillen. Guillen playing in center field today, made a spectacular play in right last night. Hitting at .295. Even though Kendall is a catcher, you still have to be aware of him as a base runner. He's stolen 9 bases out of 10 attempts. Dante Bichette leading the league in home batting average. He likes Coors Field. Brian Jordan and Vinny Castilla and Jose Guillen likes hitting here at the Three Rivers. Might be a double play. No. Oh, Desi throws it away. Couldn't dig it out of his glove, and they not only didn't get one, they didn't get any. Coming in to score is Kendall, and going to third base is Guillen. So the Phillies had a spectacular defensive series here until now.
Desi threw the ball to Lewis, and after the ball went by him, Desi kind of lifted his arms up like, what happened there? He did get it stuck in his glove, but I think Lewis kind of got a little gun shy down there and had that left knee exposed, which could be trouble with the guy sliding in there. I think that's probably the reason he couldn't get that ball, was to the first base side of second, almost into the runner, and that's what Lewis would have had to do, was go right into that runner to make that play.
So a very costly error here on Desi Relaford. Costs a run and a runner at third with 1 out for Kevin Young. 1 strike to Young, who's hitting at .268. No balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Young. Jim and Barbara Randazzo and son Andrew, daughter Laura, here from Stratford, New Jersey. Phillies fans here for this weekend series. Deep left field. Jeffries will make the play, but waltzing home will be Jose Guillen. And Pittsburgh is taking a 2-1 lead on a couple of unearned runs.
That's what Kevin Young wanted to do there. He got a fastball, looked like down and in. Not a bad pitch. It's pretty much where he wanted it, but obviously Kevin Young wanted it there too.
Mark Smith, the batter, he's hitting at .198, playing in right field today. Terry Gingrich of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, celebrating his 70th birthday. Wishes from daughter Pat and grandson Chris, and from us. Well hit, but it's going to be a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mark Smith. That's the off-speed pitch. 1-2 the count to Smith.
That's a curveball there that will really help Carlton Loewer if he can throw that for strikes. Probably the toughest pitch is his worst pitch as far as command goes.
Mounts to Rico Bronya. That will retire the side, but Pittsburgh puts 2 unearned runs on the board. 1 hit, 1 very costly error, and nobody left after 1. 2-1 Pirates. Bottom of the second, leading it off for Pittsburgh will be Al Martin. Pirates lead it by a score of 2-1. Big news from the Phillies farm system last night at Clearwater. A combined no-hitter by the Clearwater Phils. Kenny Ryan pitched 3 of the innings of no-hit ball in his rehab assignment, and youngster named Derek Adair pitched 6 innings, completing the no-hitter. Martin hits it well to center field. Glanville back. What a catch. Did he catch it? Nope. Out of here. Home run, Al Martin to dead center field, right over the 400-foot mark, and it's 3-1 Pittsburgh.
It looked like Glanville came down with that ball. The glove went up the same time it disappeared behind it. He had the illusion that he did come up with it. It's a fastball. Loewer gets the ball up, and that's the one thing that will hurt Carlton Loewer more than anything else is when he starts elevating his pitches, especially his fastball.
Got the curveball over to Aramis Ramirez. 9th home run of the year for Martin gives the Pirates a 3-1 lead. Clearwater won their game on that combined no-hitter 4-0. Derek Adair, who pitched 6 of the no-hit innings, is a 22-year-old out of St. John's University. Just a second-year professional player. Last year at Batavia, he was 7-3 with a 2.11 ERA. A great strikeout walk ratio. 53 strikeouts, just 4 walks in 76 innings.
Wow. It's good news for the Phillies too. Ken Ryan throwing good.
Got Ramirez with a changeup, struck him out. First strikeout for Loewer. That's 1 down here in the second.
Oh, he fooled him on this. Oh, it's a curveball. Down and away in a good spot. Loewer can throw a good curveball. He's got it. It's just he's been inconsistent with it in the past, and really is a big pitch for him to keep him off just sitting on a fastball or changeup.
Kevin Pokovich doesn't play very much. When he has played against the Phils, he played well. Hitting .381 against Phillies pitching. Let's pause for station identification on the Phils television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV Philadelphia.
1-2 the count to Pokovich. One of his hits against the Phillies, a game-winning home run against Kurt Schilling last year. 28 years old, finally got a shot at the major leagues after toiling in the minor leagues his entire career until last year. Got his first major league hit off our old buddy Danny Jackson.
Did he?
DJ. Ground ball to second base. Lewis will take care of Pokovich. That's 2 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority. The Phillies may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Here's Esteban Loaiza. He's hitting at .259. So he's been swinging the bat pretty well. Grounded in the hole. Relaford will have to hurry. He does. Gets Loaiza, and that will retire the side. Pirates got a run on Martin's homer. 1 hit, no errors, none left after 2. 3-1 Pittsburgh.
Tackle them later on in the broadcast. Make them as tough as possible. We just say we don't know them. That's all.
That's right.
No pride involved. Jeffrey's the batter.
We will always have an answer.
Hey, you got to make some guess. Or say you don't know. There's another funky hop. double dribbled by Young. Steps on the bag, 1 out. This turf is about as spongy and bouncy as any turf we've seen all year. And especially with the sun out bright today, it's going to hop even higher.
See it come up there on him. He juggles it. Still doesn't get a real good handle on it, but gets enough of it. It is. It's the cutouts don't appear to be real even, and the seams out there give the fielders trouble.
Well, Desi let that ball get on him a little bit, I think, in the first inning, and then when he reached in to get it the first time, looks like he either had 3 fingers on it or no seams. Rolling to left field. Martin, and 2 outs. So Loaiza gave up a first inning run, and he's really settled down. The only Philly base runner was Doug Glanville to lead off the ball game.
And that fly out right there is only the 2nd ball they've hit in the air off of him. Glanville to lead off the game. Since then, he's retired everybody in order.
Well, Esteban Loaiza is a pretty good pitcher. He lost his starting job to Silva, who got hurt at Veterans Stadium, and since he's reclaimed it, he's pitched well.
Yeah, he has.
Bronya the batter, and the pitch is inside. Rico struck out in a high fastball in the first inning.
They haven't had a starter win a game, and in the last 12 games, there's only been 1 starter to win a game, and that was Loaiza.
Loaiza beat the Detroit Tigers in his last outing on July the 2nd. Went 7 2/3 innings in that one, no walks and 7 strikeouts. Bronya fouls it back. Rico up among the league leaders and runs batted in with 67. Two-one pitch on the way, and he swings and misses. 2-2. Bronya gets on. Mark Lewis will follow. Lewis moved up to 5 in the order today. Bobby Abreu batting in the 6-hole. Mark Parent catching and batting 7. 3-2. He hasn't had many deep counts either.
No, he's been getting ahead, and he's been making good pitches. Surprising there at 2-2. Kendall wanted that ball up high.
Rico fouled that one off his foot. And he goes down in a heap at home plate, and the ball went all the way out to second. When they go that far, they usually hurt.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty hard off his leg. Ouch. It wasn't like it just dribbled off it. He hit this, looks like off his shin bone. Yeah, right above his ankle. Ouch.
And he's slow getting back in there. That one had to really hurt. Rico taking a deep breath. 3 balls and 2 strikes on him. 2 outs and nobody on base. 3-1 Pirates as they lead for the first time in this series. Walked him, ball 4. So the first base runner since Doug Glanville led off with a double. The 2-out walk to Rico Bronya. And that'll bring up Mark Lewis, who grounded to third base his first time up.
Yeah, Loaiza had retired 11 straight after the leadoff double prior to that walk there.
Beautiful sunshiny day here in Pittsburgh. Temperature in the mid-80s.
This has been a nice weather for 3 days. As I've seen in a long time. It is gorgeous.
Nice crowd on hand, as you see there. Had over 30,000 here last night. Today is camera day. Fans were out on the field prior to the game with their cameras, taking pictures of the Pirates players. 1 ball, no strikes to Lewis. This is average up to 246. Doesn't sound like much, but well, he was under 200 for a long time, so it's been a struggle for Lewis.
That's with a lot of at-bats, so that really is. I mean, that is a big improvement.
Yeah, you have to get hot to put as much on his batting average as he had. Now, Loaiza all of a sudden gets out of whack a little bit, so Kendall's going to go out and have a conversation. 2 balls and no strikes. Esteban Loaiza, born in Tijuana, Mexico, and grew up in Southern California in the San Diego area. Now makes his home in Imperial Beach, California. Outside, 3-0. So Loaiza, who did not walk a batter in 7 2/3 innings in his last start, walked Bronya on a 3-2 pitch, and now 3-0 as you see the total pitches on him and the ratio. And a strike. Pitch number 53. Three balls and one strike. A little harder to see these monitors in the day games, huh?
Yes, it is.
Swing and a miss, a full count. So Kevin Young will back off Lewis at first and be off on the pitch. Obronia.
That's where a good pair of sunglasses really comes in handy.
I got an extra one there. You want them? There they are. Might come in handy for you.
Oh yeah.
They're Serengetis. They're good ones too. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There he goes, and fouled back by Lewis. Might put that graphic up again later on how many pitches he's thrown, and you might have a chance to see it.
I did not see that.
I knew you didn't. I was pointing at it.
I didn't see you either.
Rico Bronya ready to go on the pitch. 3-2. He goes. Breaking ball hit high in the air to right center field and deep. It is gone. A 2-run home run by Mark Lewis. His 7th home run of the year. And the game is tied at 3-3 on Lewis's bomb to right center.
Loaiza just all of a sudden kind of went out of whack. It's surprising he's throwing so well. Everything, good command of everything. Comes up 3-2 and looks like it was a slider. It didn't slide.
It was a high breaking ball.
That's what you call a backup slider. It just kind of spins, kind of your basic hovercraft. It comes up there spinning over the middle of the plate. Doesn't do anything.
And Lewis, when he swings the bat well, he hits a lot of balls to right and right center. I bet 3/4 of his homers have gone to right field.
Yeah.
So the Phillies have tied this game 3-3. The hits are even at 2, and Mark Lewis has now knocked in 36 runs with his 7th home run.
I don't think you could hit 3/4 of 7 home runs.
No, I was thinking that after I said I was hoping you'd let that go. Abreu swings and misses.
Just wanted to let you know I'm on top of things.
Never been real good with math, especially when you ad-lib it. I can read the graphics. Fouled at the plate. 0-2 on Abreu. So Loaiza coasting along in this inning. 2 outs, nobody on base. A 3-2 walk to Rico, and then a 3-2 home run by Mark Lewis.
But I know what you're saying, though. I mean, he's got some pop that way to right center.
It's most of them that way.
Yeah. And that seems to be here with some balls. We've seen Manny Martinez hit a ball out there off a Schilling. Glanville's double. The ball seems to carry pretty well in that right center field alley.
I mean, that ball went in the seats. Misses with a breaking ball there. 2-2 on Abreu. Bobby grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. He's bothered by a sore knee and a slight hamstring problem, but Bobby Abreu has been playing through it. Drops down. You don't see a whole lot of right-handers drop down to left-handed batters.
No, he did it a pitch, 2 pitches before that too, which doesn't make sense. When you drop down, the right-hander drops down to a left-hander, or vice versa. The hitter picks the ball up a lot earlier. That they see it coming from the side. It's not a smart thing to do.
Abreu to left center field. Martin is right there, puts it away. Productive inning though for the Phils. They pick up 2 runs on just 1 hit. The 2-run home run by that guy Mark Lewis. Nobody left on base. We're tied at 3. 4-year-older out of Barberton, Ohio, now makes his home in Clinton, Ohio. 6'2", 200-pounder. There are the numbers on Tabaka, just off the disabled list. Pitched 2/3 of an inning against the Phillies here on Friday night in the first game of the series. Faced Bobby Abreu with the bases loaded, and Abreu hit a sacrifice fly to left field. So that would be just fine right now. That would break at the 3-3 tie that we have. Esteban Loaiza finished for the day. 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. Charged with 3 runs to this point, but leaves the game with 3 runners on base. All his responsibility.
No, he's not happy. I think much anything probably upset being taken out of the game here, but I mean, Gene Lamont, these guys are struggling to score runs, and he can't take it. Don't want to take any chances. He's going to go at the percentages even at this point, even though Loaiza has been throwing better than most of the starters.
And he just gave up an 0-2 hit to a right-handed batter. I mean, that's not the manager's fault.
No, that's exactly right.
So the base is loaded and 1 out, and Abreu the batter against Jeff Tabaka. The on-deck batter is Mark Perrin, a right-handed hitter, and Martinez remains up in the Pirates bullpen. And Bobby takes a strike call, a fastball away.
Well, when Abreu got that sac fly Friday night, it was a slider. He got over the middle of the plate, started in the middle and broke towards the outside part of the plate, and Abreu did a good job getting that ball in the air out to left field deep enough to score the run.
Fouled away, so Tabaka comes in and gets him buried 0-2. See Bobby Abreu with runners in scoring position, and even 400, fourth best in the league. Javi Lopez leading in that category. Greg Jeffries is the runner at third base. That's the guy they want to get home. He's the go-ahead run. Rico Brogna at second and Mark Lewis at first, 1 away. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Well, they want to talk it over. Kendall and Tabaka.
I really wonder if it might be something that Tabaka's thinking about, that slider that he gave him the last time when he hit that ball to left field. You see inherited runners that have scored off of Tabaka 3 out of 6, which is not a good percentage.
So the Mound Conference is over, and Tabaka getting back on the rubber to face Abreu in an 0-2 count. And way outside 1-2. Breaking ball, and he stays off it. The count even now. So Tabaka got ahead of Bobby Abreu 0-2, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes as Kendall blocks this one.
Oh, it's where he doesn't want to make a mistake that he made the other night. Kendall goes down, the ball's in the dirt, he goes down, blocks it well, smothers that ball. It looks, by the way they're playing him, I mean, Al Martin's over towards the line and left, and Guillen is shading him to left center. That'll do it.
That's got a chance. Martin drifts in. Jeffries, the throw to the plate will be cut off. Throw back to second, safe there. And the Phillies take a lead. Ooh, that was risky by Rico Brogna, because you've got to make sure that run scores. I think it would have scored even if he was out at second, but it would have been close.
Yeah, not a strong arm by Al Martin in left field. I think Rico was trying to make sure that they cut it, but he did. He got almost caught out in no man's land out there. Abreu, good job of getting this ball out there just enough. And Martin gets planted. Jeffries tags there. He makes a strong throw, but and he doesn't have a strong arm.
Yeah, that's another pitching change. That's another example why you know, when people are teaching kids how to play, why you bust it from third.
Right. You
don't come loafing in from third base, because if something happens like that, you got to make sure that run scores, and Greg did.
That cost the Mets a game.
Right. 4-3 Phillies lead. Another pitching change. Javier Martinez on. We'll be right back. We're going to hit for Carlton Loewer with John Zuber. Phillies with a 1-run lead. For play-by-play, here's Harry.
All right, thanks, Wheels. Desi has grounded out and struck out. John Zuber in the on-deck circle. Martinez first pitch a little low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Desi Relaford. Bills lead by a run, 4-3 here in the 7th.
Good 6 innings turned in by Carlton Loewer here.
Very good.
1 earned run. He had good stuff here today, and you know, for whatever reason they're going to get him out. One of the reasons they do it sometimes is to let the guy feel good about himself.
Last 2 games he has pitched, he has not walked a batter.
Right. Well, he's going to be a good pitcher. There he is. Guy Guy's a competitor too. Fun to be around. Nice guy.
Yes, he is.
Gabby. He says, you don't believe how many people walk up and call me Gabby now because of Larry Anderson. He says at the ALS function, every time I turn around, somebody's yelling, "Hey, Gabby." He says, I guess I'm stuck with it.
3 balls and a strike to Desi Relaford. Chased the high pitch and fouled it back. It's a full pack.
Yeah, and he was not happy with himself for doing that. There you see the 6 innings turned in by Carlton Loewer. 1 earned run against him. Mark Lewis tied the game with a 2-run homer in the 4th, and Bobby Abreu, a bases loaded sacrifice fly. Al Martin, that's the earned run off Carlton Loewer.
Another foul out of play.
Desi's working hard in a lot of areas of his game, as you see Loewer there on the bench, and one of them is the be patient in that 8-hole, and he knows he had to walk there and chased it. But the best thing is, by his body language, is he knows what he did. He just did it again. You can see him. Players will tell you so much by their body language, and you know, it's easy to say don't swing at that pitch. It's a lot harder when you're up there.
In the air to right field. Mark Smith drifting toward the line. Makes the play. Relaford is retired. And John Zuber will come out as a pinch hitter. The bat for the pitcher, Carlton Loewer. Loewer's 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, just 1 of them earned. Nary a walk and 1 strikeout.
And would appear that Ricky Bottalico will be the new pitcher for the Phillies. There he is, Bottalico, expressing some, well, he wasn't happy with the way he hasn't been used. Well, he will be used today.
He'll be put to the test this afternoon in this 1-run game. Zuber hitting at .222, 2 for 9 since his call-up. All of his hits have come when he played. As a pinch hitter, he is 0 for 5. 1 home run. It came off David Cone.
Break up his shutout. Cone pitched a shutout against Tampa Bay yesterday.
Yeah, he's throwing really well.
And we saw that up close.
2 balls and no strikes to Zuber. Two and 1 to John Zuber. Ball's behind him, 3-1. Javier Martinez, the 21-year-old from Puerto Rico, has been falling behind hitters. He came back to get Relaford. Does have quite a few walks coming into the game. 22 2/3 innings with 20 bases on balls. Full count to Zuber with 1 down. And that's a base on balls issued by Javier Martinez. Sunday, July 22nd, when the Phillies take on the Marlins at 1:35. We have a great giveaway item for youngsters 14 and under. Oversized beach towels, compliments of Pico Energy. That'll be July 26th at 1:35. Order your tickets online at Phillies.com or stop by the Center City location, the Pennsylvania Convention Center at 12th and Arch Streets. Doug Glanville has doubled and scored a run. He's grounded out. And he's looped one down the right field line that Kevin Young made a fine play on.
Boy, didn't he?
Saved a run.
That sure did save a run. He had to go a long way for that ball. Caught it over his shoulder.
Glanville taking a long look at third base coach John Vukovich.
Phillies would love to get another run here.
Martinez low with it, and Jason Kendall will go out and talk to him.
You don't usually hit and run against a guy who's struggling with his control, because you're doing him a favor. You might get a guy to chase a bad ball, get somebody thrown out at second. So normally, even in hit and run type situations or counts against a guy who is not throwing strikes, you won't see many teams do it.
Mike Williams gets up in Pittsburgh's bullpen. 3-0. Should have walked Relaford, really. He chased a couple of high pitches, and he did walk Zuber, the pinch hitter. Now he's fallen behind Doug Glanville. 3-0.
Same thing with a 3-0 count with a guy all over the place. A lot of times you don't give him a green light either.
Three and 1 to Doug Glanville. Well hit. Watch that, baby. Out of here. Home run, Doug Glanville. And the Phillies have jumped to a 6-3 lead here in the 7th inning. Number 7 for Glanville. And the Phils now a little breathing room. A 3-run lead here in the 7th.
Interesting how they don't give him a 3-0 green light. Now he gets a 3-1, and it looked like he got one middle in and up where he loves it. Doug Glanville will turn on that pitch. Teams think they can get him out inside, and he can hit that high fastball. Actually, it was down a little bit, but it was middle in, and he just turned on it and hit it out of here.
So the Phillies now lead at 6-3, and the batter will be Greg Jeffries. Phillies have really made the most of their hits. 6 runs, 5 hits. Mark Lewis followed a walk with a homer. Glanville follows a walk with a homer. Bases on balls hurting the Pirates.
Yeah, and what this does too, Harry, which is nice for Bottalico, it gives him a little breathing room coming into the game. He appeared he was going to come into a 1-run game, but because of Doug Glanville, he comes into at least a 3-run lead.
Another multi-hit game for Doug Glanville, his 39th.
Oh, hum.
Tying him with Dante Bichette for the most in the major leagues.
It was a wicked foul Jeffries just hit. You see he's concerned, taking a look down there to see if everybody's okay. See him just shake his head.
Jeffries 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Now the Phillies 5 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs.
And Doug has a double and a homer.
Well, Martinez has been laboring with his control here. I would expect if he doesn't get Jeffries out, he's probably out of here. He didn't. Walked him for the second walk in the inning, and that will bring out Gene Lamont, who will go directly to Jerry Crawford, and he'll make a double switch. He'll bring in Mike Williams to pitch, and he's also going to make another change. Turner Ward is going to come out and play right field. He'll bat in the 9 spot, and the new pitcher Williams will bat in the number 5 spot. So we have a double switch for Pittsburgh. Phillies on top 6-3. Back after these messages. 6.5 innings of play. It's the Phils 6 and Pittsburgh 3. Tonight at 10:30 after the news, catch a half hour of action, scores, and highlights from around the world of sports. Watch WB 17 Sunday Sports Express only on Philadelphia's WB 17. Well, Ricky Bottalico is going to make his first outing in 11 days. He last pitched on the 1st of July at New York. Bottalico has won 1, lost 1, saved 3, a 4.22 ERA, 10 2/3 innings, and then he had the elbow surgery. 11 hits, 5 runs. He has struck out 8, walked 4. So Bottalico getting a chance to work here. Ramos Ramirez will be the first one to face him. Ricky's velocity in his rehab stints at Scranton Wilkes-Barre was not where he is accustomed. His velocity, they say, was around 93, 92. Ricky, in his prime, was throwing at 97. Started Ramirez with a curveball, 1 strike. Vitalico has also come up with a changeup, which he worked on while in his rehab stint at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Another curveball. Now, balls and 2 strikes to Aramis Ramirez. So he started him with a couple of deuces. Another one looped into shallow center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Off the end of the bat, base hit for Aramis Ramirez, and he is a leadoff base runner here in the 7th.
Well, he made a good pitch to him here. He threw a hard breaking ball. He got Ramirez to pull off, and he one-hands it off the end of the bat into center field. And Vitalico knows he makes a good pitch here. That's one of those, what are you going to do?
I'll bring up Kevin Pokovich. He has twice grounded to second base. Fastball for a strike. That fastball clocked at 92.
I think you just have to throw velocity out the window for Vitalico and not worry about it too much. And I hope he doesn't either. And just get him back to where he's comfortable out there and can throw strikes and get ahead of hitters.
Curveball looped into right field. So a couple of bloops. It's juggled by Abreu, and moving to third will be Ramirez. That'll be a hit and an error on Abreu. Couple of bloop hits, and all of a sudden Vitalico is in trouble.
You know, he has always had trouble in this ballpark too. This has not been a good place for him over the years. I don't know what his career numbers are here, but I don't think they're very good. And this, as Harry said, is just another bloop. I mean, it's a hard breaking ball, another one-handed swing right off the end of the bat, and a rare error, careless error there by Abreu, who just doesn't come up with the ball. There he is. I mean, the runner wasn't even going for third. He just makes a mistake.
At Three Rivers Stadium, Ricky Vitalico is 0-1 with an ERA of 11.74.
I knew it wasn't good.
Not very good. Not very good here at Three Rivers.
Glad you looked that up.
Here is Turner Ward batting for the first time. Came in as a part of a double switch.
The Phillies will just play the infield, a double play depth here. Would gladly trade 2 outs for a run. There's his fastball at 93. He's thrown 2 breaking balls that he's gotten hurt on, and both of them were good pitches.
Turner Ward hitting at .236, a lot better hitter right-handed than left.
Sometimes you just have to give the hitters a little credit.
Ground ball, shortstop. Oh, Relaford lets it get under his glove. He took a peek. He was trying to get a double play. It'll be an error on Desi Relaford. A run scores. It's now 6-4, and Relaford commits his second error of the game, and still nobody out.
Yeah, that really hurts because the ball hit the heel of his glove, it looked like, as he may have taken a peek at second. That's a dead double play ball. It's a check swing, too. I mean, you have 2 bloopers and a check swing. The ball just kicks off his glove. And Desi's made 2 errors today, and so far 3 runs have scored because of it.
Ward will get an RBI in that the infield was back, but still that should have been a double play ball.
Well, that's what we just talked about. That's what they wanted. They wanted to get a double play and give up a run.
So now nobody out, 2 men on base. It's a 6-4 ball game, and the batter is Tony Womack, who has singled twice in 3 at bats. Tried to bunt his way on, bunting foul. So after a brilliant defensive series by the entire team, the Phillies have come apart a little bit here in this final game of the series with 3 errors, 2 of them by Relaford, that have been very costly.
Phillies have confidence in Ricky Bottalico's ability to take the third base area. As you see Tony Womack there with runners in scoring position, and since May 19th not so hot, and the idea being to let Scott Rowland retreat to third and see if they can't get a force out.
Line drive center field, and that's a base hit, falling in front of Doug Glanville. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. The third hit of the game for Tony Womack.
They won't hit one far enough for an outfielder to catch. I mean, that ball was hit pretty hard, but it was just a sinking line drive. What a weird inning this is so far. Watch it. I mean, this is a real defensive swing by him, too. The ball got in on him, and he just fought it off. Phillies are probably going to have to get somebody up pretty soon.
So, a frustrating inning for Ricky Bottalico, who has not thrown all that badly here, but all 4 men reaching base. A run across, bases loaded, nobody out for Jason Kendall.
Kendall just noticed something wrong with his bat and is headed back to the dugout for a new lumber, it looks like. Bottalico's out there thinking, well, all they're doing is breaking bats anyway right now. Why not hit with one?
Jason Kendall is 2 for 3 lifetime against Bottalico. Dangerous in this situation. He's 0 for 3. He has an 8-game hitting streak on the line.
President's Bradlin up for the Phillies.
Missing with a curveball, 1 ball and no strikes. Kendall is excellent player. Look at his average with bases loaded, 406. Two balls and no strikes. So the Phils went into this bottom of the 7th with a 3-run lead. That very much in jeopardy. It's down to 2, bases loaded, nobody out. Two and 1 to Kendall. And a hack, he fouled it back. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's fastball he's thrown so far. Now, decision time. His breaking ball's been really good, even though they've hit it a few times. You go breaking ball here. The old thing is you have to be able to throw 3-2 what you threw 2-2. But Kendall's had a couple good swings at fastballs.
I would think a curveball here.
Mark Parent's a gambler.
Was a curveball, and he popped him up, and that's going to be a big out if somebody catches it. The way this inning's going, you never know. Look out.
You know, they called the infield fly rule, too. I didn't think they were going to call it because of all that was going on, and they did call it, so the batter was out. But, man, is that exciting.
I'm telling you.
The best thing they did, though, was what we just talked about, was go to a breaking ball. Now, here's Rico. Abreu's trying to run him off it. The infield fly rule was called. But nothing's easy in this inning.
No, nothing has been easy at all. That was not a routine pop-up, and here's Jose Guillen.
But give those two credit, both Parent and Bottalico, for sensing that Kendall was right on him. And let's go with something else, even if we might risk going to 3-2. Good job.
Not out of the woods yet. Just 1 out, and Guillen the batter with the bases loaded. One ball and no strikes. curveball, foul tip. 1-1.
Got the crowd back into the game. They were not real happy with the way the Pirates are playing here today, and all of a sudden they're back into it.
One, two to Guillen.
That's a good fastball he threw there. Now he's got him set up to go hard breaking ball, because this guy will chase.
It was too low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Guillen.
Well, he started to go too, but it was just, as you say, too far away. That was a good pitch.
Ground ball is short. They might get 2. Lewis one relay. Yes, they turned the double play. So they got it when they needed it as Guillen grounds into a 6-4-3 twin killing. They got a run on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 2 men left. We go to the 8th, and it's 6-4 Phils.
Game. Phillies get the double play they really needed, but watch Lewis hang in there. Womack torpedoes him here, and he hung in there really tough. And made
a strong throw to get a guy who can run. Excellent play by Mark Lewis.
Very good. And what it was really a funky half inning with a couple of errors by the Phils and a couple of bloops, but the Phils get out of it giving up just 1 run and have a 6-4 lead as Ricardo Rincon comes on to pitch for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Last time we saw Ricardo Rincon, he came into a game at Veterans Stadium to get some work. And then the Phillies had that big inning.
Yeah, he's replaced Loaiza as their closer after Loaiza faltered a little bit. Rincon appearing in his 34th game, 0-2 with 9 saves, a 2.21 ERA, 36 2/3 innings, 23 hits, 9 runs, 36 strikeouts, 14 walks. Opponents are hitting just 178 against him. Throws a lot of sliders, really tough on left-hand hitters. Bobby Abreu being that, takes one over for a strike.
Phillies have Wayne Gomes up in the bullpen, so after that bizarre inning that Ricky Vitalico just had, he got some work today and he's finished. But to his credit, he hung in there.
This will probably be a K, but give Abreu credit because he faced Jeff Tabaka twice in situations where he could give the Phillies the lead by hitting a sac fly. Did it both times.
Right.
Did it both times in this series.
Right, today broke the tie with it.
This guy can, I mean, he's really tough on left-handed hitters.
Yeah. He makes them pull off. Look at that, 140.
Yeah.
Both their
right-handers aren't wearing him out either.
No.
203.
No, that game he had against the Phillies was just bizarre.
He's another one of those guys that wears an offensive tackle's number. They have all these pitchers with high numbers. They got him in spring training, and they just kept them during the season.
And you see what he's done against the Phils. Abreu does get his bat on the ball. Al Martin comes on to make the play. 1 down. It'll bring on Mark Parrott. Friday, July 24th at 5:05. The Phillies and the Florida Marlins. A twilight doubleheader. Make-up twilighter. Between games, we'll have Sumo Mania, a wrestling event featuring some of your favorite Philly celebrities. That will be on July 24th at 5:05 against the Florida Marlins. Order tickets online at Phillies.com or call 215-463-1000. Mark Parrott is grounded out, walked and grounded into a fielder's choice. Rincon, another pitcher that the Pirates got from the Mexico City Reds. A working agreement with Mexico City. Comes out of Veracruz, Mexico. 2-2 to Mark Parent. Four and 8 last year with 4 saves. He was kind of as a setup man, a 3.45 ERA. Struck out 71 in 60 innings, so he is a punch-out pitcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bills lead 6-4. We are in the 8th inning. Just missing. Full count to Parent. Gets Mark Parent on strikes. It's 2 down. I'm going to bring up Desi Relaford.
Just kept everything away from Parent. Once the ball middle in, threw a low fastball there that he chased.
Relaford will bat right. Desi is 0 for 3, is grounded out, struck out, and flied out. Hitting .295 right-handed.
Kevin Jordan is out there to bat for Metallico. If Desi Relaford keeps the inning alive. There's KJ, the hero of last night's game, with another pinch hit.
Relaford has faced Rincon once and he walked. I think Rincon didn't in that game a veteran stadium. He walk a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, that might have been the walk.
One ball and 2 strikes. Pirates had a 7-1 lead in that game going into the bottom of the 9th. And the Phillies dramatically won at 8-7.
His line was 0+, 2 hits,
4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and
no strikeout.
Wow.
And he did walk Desi
Relaford in that game. Faced 4 batters, single, triple, and 2 walks.
2-2 to Relaford. Full count to Desi. Walking. Another walk given up by Pittsburgh pitching. 7 walks the Pirates have given up, and Kevin Jordan will bat. Jordan, who got the game-winning hit last night, pinch single, boosting his average to .321 as a pinch hitter. He's 10 for 30 with a homer and 6 RBIs. He has not faced Rincon. See where he ranks among the pinch hitters in the National League.
Lenny Harris
now with the Mets, was with Cincinnati for so long.
What Williams is that? Eddie Williams?
Eddie Williams. Yeah, he's back
for another
right. He's back with the Padres again.
Fly ball into left field. Al Martin coming on. Pokovich goes out. Pokovich lets it drop, and the Phillies are going to get a gift run. Coming on to score is Relaford. We'll have to wait and see how they score that. I guess they'll give him. Now they're going to give an error to who? That ball's Martin's ball all the way. Pokovich was way out there, but it's Martin's ball, the left fielder's ball.
Yeah, and they gave it to the shortstop. There have been some strange scoring decisions here. That's a really hard play for an infielder, and the outfielder has to be aggressive and call him off.
Here's a pop-up. And see, Pokovich is fighting the sun. He has to go all that
distance. Martin doesn't. Martin just didn't come in hard on it. Did Pokovich even touch it? Now, Relaford right here slows up. And luckily for Desi, it bounced far away enough that he could score, because they'd have been all over him for that.
So the Phils lead is back up to 3 runs. They scored that in error, did they?
Error on the shortstop.
On Bokovic.
Yeah,
okay.
Tough error on the shortstop.
Yeah. Doug Glanville is 2 for 4 with a double and a homer. He's knocked in 2 and scored 2. So the Phils got the run back after it looked like they were about to cough up the lead here at Pittsburgh, and now lead again by 3.
They gave up a run. There's Desi, who just scored that. They gave up the run and then got out of a bases loaded, no out situation after that. When you talk about momentum shifts, we've had a couple of them here in the last 20 minutes.
3 balls and no strikes to Glanville. Ricky Batalico smiling that they got the run back. No, in all fairness, I would have to. Mart wasn't close to ball. I would have to give KJ a double on that ball and the run batted it in.
You're over scoring when you do that. You know, that's just one of those ones. The ball drops. Sure, they should have caught it, but it should be a double.
Line drive over the head of Bokovic. This will play Kevin Jordan. 3rd hit of the game for Glanville, who's going to go for 2, and he is safe at second base, and the Phillies lead it 8-4 here in the 8th inning.
That's a difference in the way the Phillies play and other teams do. Because we mentioned it earlier when Kevin Young hit a ball similar to that and didn't bust out of the batter's box, and he only got a single. Well, Doug Glanville busted out of the batter's box on this spongy turf. Ball takes a little bit of a high hop, and he beats it into second. I mean, they just run hard. All of them do, and it's for a lot of reasons, but the number one is because of Scott Rowland. And an extra step there by Guillen, who has a gun, but he did not expect Glanville to run there.
Guillen's tied for the league lead, for the major league lead in assists with Bobby Abreu. Glanville, this is the most aggressive base running team I've ever seen. They really do run the bases. Yes,
I mean,
once in a while
you'll catch a team like
when Hollins was here. He was a great base runner. But they have a lot of them.
Up and down the lineup they do.
And even the guys who can't run try to do that stuff.
Jeffries is running more aggressively than I've ever seen him run.
Right, and he unfortunately has a bad ankle and can't do the things he'd like to do.
But he did steal a base here this afternoon, and
well, it's
a fun bunch to watch.
It's a credit to them that they play the game so hard, and that's what we get when we go around other cities too, is people will tell you, well, your guys really do play hard. And it's fun to watch, and it's a nice tribute to the manager and the coaching staff, and I think to Scott Rowland's leadership.
So the Phils lead is 4 now with Glanville at second base. 2 outs and Greg Jeffries the batter. Jeffries is 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Batting right against Rincon. That's well hit to left field. It's got a chance. It is out of here. Home run, Greg Jeffries. And the Phillies now lead it 10-4 here in the 8th inning. Number 7 for Jeffries.
He doesn't have to run hard on that one.
That was an off-speed pitch, and
he got a lot of that one.
Boy, how about the turn of events? It looked
really,
as you said, looked like the Phillies were going to cough one up.
It really did.
And now all of a sudden they have a 6-run lead. What a momentum switch this game had. They are a very interesting bunch to watch, and we get to see them every day, and they're fun. It was a breaking ball out over the plate, and Jeffries hits it out of the ballpark.
1 strike to Scott Rowland, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Pirates' Ricardo Rincon got the first 2 outs in this inning, a fly ball and a strikeout, but then a walk. Then what they scored in there, which probably should have been a double for Kevin Jordan. And Glanville the double, Jeffries the home run.
What this will do for Rincon is make these runs unearned.
But how about even the home? Yeah, I guess so. Even the home run, yeah.
Yeah, because that would have been the 3rd out.
Yeah. Base hit for Rowland.
Scott's first hit of the game.
Eighth hit of the ball game for the Phillies, and one of those 8 hits, they've almost all been extra base hits. Just 2 of them have been singles.
Yeah, and in the game the other night when they got so many hits on Friday night, most of them were singles.
Rico Brogna looks at a strike. Brogna 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a couple of walks. The hits are even at 8 apiece. Bills lead the game 10-4, despite making 3 errors. The bases on balls have plagued the Pirates pitching today.
You know, and sometimes you just beat teams, and the Phillies just seem to beat the Pirates. I mean, they still have to get 6 more outs, but they've just had some luck against them this year.
1-2 to Rico Brogna.
Other teams, you play them and you just think, well, we can't handle them.
Beats the ball foul. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Phillies have 3 2-run homers today by Mark Lewis, by Doug Glanville, and by Greg Jeffries. Two balls and 2 strikes to Rico Brogna.
There's Jeffries, who's been bothered by that bad ankle. They could probably get him out of this one now.
Cued it off the end of the bat to Pokovich. Throws the second just in time to get Roland, and that will retire the side.
Roland didn't slide. I think that he didn't think that play was coming to second then.
But the Phils will put 4 on the board in the inning, all of them unearned. 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 10-4 Philly. We move to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Phillies on top 10-4, and Jerry Spradlin will indeed come on to pitch for the Phils. Wayne Gomes a 1-2-3 inning, and now Spradlin got a chance to get some work. Spradlin appearing in his 41st game, 3-4 with a save, 3.92 ERA, 43 2/3 innings, 33 hits, 19 earned runs. He has struck out 37, walked 10. Opponents hitting just .213 against him.
It's a nice situation for Terry Francona, because this time last year he had to keep bringing guys in to suck up some innings in games where the Phillies were getting blown out. And this year, a lot of opposite situations where he can bring in a player to get an inning in a positive situation.
Spradlin last pitched on July 2nd at Yankee Stadium. Lost that ball game to the Yankees in 11 innings.
98. He just comes in throwing so hard every time you use him. He ought to be real strong today.
He has hit the 100 mark on the speed gun at Veterans Stadium. That's going to flare into center field for a base hit.
Same thing that Ramirez did his last time up, only one-handed a breaking ball into center field last time off Patalico to get that crazy 7th started. Spradlin throws a really hard fastball there and broke his bat, base hit.
So with that hit, the Pirates have out-hit the Phillies 9-8. But the Phillies lead 10-4. Pokovich fouls it out of play. He is 1 for 3. He looped a single to right in his last at bat against Patalico. One ball and 1 strike to Kevin Pokovich. to right, but Abreu backtracks and makes the catch. Olkovich retired. One down. That'll bring up Turner Ward.
Right fielder Turner Ward.
Turner Ward safe on an error. His only at bat. Ground ball that Desi Relaford didn't come up with. Pops a foul out of play. One strike to Turner Ward. Might have been his splitter.
Splitter or slider? Yeah, I'm not sure. His splitter, he throws that really hard.
The pitch was clocked at 82, so Spradlin will occasionally run out that splitter. Half swing trickler to third base. Rowland's going to have to hurry. A low throw. Oh, didn't get him. Infield single for Turner Ward, who got down the line in a hurry. Good scoop again by Bronia.
It's weird. I mean, Turner Ward's had 2 at-bats and both check swings, and he's on both times. Look at this. There's another check swing. He hit the ball to the last time was a check swing. Now Rowland had a back up on it. Hurry it. Rico came up with it, but saved the call by first base umpire Mark Hirschbeck, and a correct call. But that guy 2 check swings, and he's on both times.
Here's Tony Womack, who is 3 for 4 this afternoon. Don't believe Womack is going to pull Jerry Spradlin.
Well, he's not going to pull that number 1, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, you better look out over that third base dugout if you're a fan. Stay loose.
Not many guys he does pull. Yes, with a slider.
Well, there's a pitch he could conceivably pull. If you throw him something off speed.
One to Womack. Pops a foul out of play. A ball and 2 strikes.
There it is, 98 on that fastball. Jerry Spradlin just gets everybody in the opposition shaking their heads when he comes into games because he consistently throws that hard. Always high 90s.
Yeah. That's what happened at St. Louis just now.
You had another one?
Yeah.
Look out.
Foul ball, says Jerry Crawford. Mark Parent wasn't sure, and you saw him go chasing it.
Mark McGuire hit another one, his second of the day, his 40th of the year.
He's got a few games left, too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That is going to be really neat to watch the rest of the year. How about the way he's going to draw when he goes on the road?
And he's handled it very, very professionally.
Well, thank goodness it's that kind of person that he is to go through what he's going to go through.
Struck him out with a high fastball. So that's 2 down, and Jason Kendall has a chance to extend his hitting streak now. He's wearing a 0 for 4 collar, but he'll get another at bat.
There's a high fastball, and little guys love to swing at high pitches, but he can't catch up to that.
Jason Kendall 0 for 4 has an 8-game hitting streak coming into this one, and this will be his last shot. Fouls that one out of play.
It's hard to point out a key play in a weird game like this, but I think the 2-2 breaking ball that Vitalico threw to him with the bases loaded and nobody out, and he got that pop-up on the right side, was just huge. Because then a double play followed after that.
And getting the double play ground ball.
But I mean, to throw that pitch in that spot with all the things that were going wrong was a turning point for the Phillies in that inning.
0-2 to Jason Kendall.
Got out of it and then came back and scored 4 more. Did the Phillies to hopefully put this one in the win column for them.
Need one more out to do that, leading it 10-4 here in the 9th inning. Kendall beats it foul. Kendall lifetime against Jerry Spradlin is 1 for 3. Struck him out to end the ball game. Spradlin strikes out 2 in his stint. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Phils win it by a score of 10-4. Big game for Doug Glanville. 2 doubles and a home run. 3 runs scored. 3 runs batted in. Mark Lewis hit a 2-run home run. Turned a double play nicely in the critical 7th inning. And Jerry Spradlin wraps it up. So the Phils sweep the Buccos here in this weekend series, winning this afternoon by a score of 10-4. Carlton Loewer will get the win, and we'll be back with the totals and a recap of this afternoon's 10-4 Phillies win over the Pirates right after these messages.